Tonight, the city of Portland hosted its fourth and final budget listening session, gathering vital information from community members from all across the city.
City leaders are trying to determine how they'll tackle an almost $93 million deficit. Fox 12's Dylan Scott joins us now live at PCC Cascade in North Portland with the latest. Dylan?
Pete and Riel, good evening. And as you just kind of alluded to, hundreds of Portlanders showed up here tonight on this college campus to make their voices heard. Everyone attending receiving one of these, a budget reduction form. And maybe as you can see a little bit here, no easy task. So many important things on this list that could be reduced. One thing we have to say, though, a continuous theme. Everyone that spoke tonight talked about the importance of community centers, how vital they are in the neighborhoods, and how they cannot and should not receive the chopping block.
Do we want to have a nice city that families with children want to live in?
We don't need a cut. We need an increase.
Well, I'm really supporting our parks and that you consider communities of color when you're making your decisions.
For more than 2 hours Thursday night, Portlanders gave Mayor Keith Wilson and several city council members plenty to listen to when it comes to their difficult upcoming budget cut considerations.
Maybe they're going to think about something you didn't think about, but you also show them respect. And that's what we're getting now, and that's really important. So a lot of us are optimistic about the current administration.
We need to look out for St. John's and the underserved communities throughout Portland.
Right now, optimism in the Rose City doesn't come cheap, facing a $92.8 million budget deficit. The hundreds that attended were asked to make the same difficult decisions that their elected officials will have to. However, many, like Michael Brown, said the community centers in St. John's, Peninsula Park, and Montavilla need to be protected.
You pay the price. If you don't take care of the children, you don't give them their safe outlets, their safe havens, their things to do, we're all going to pay the consequences.
District 2 City Council President Alana Purtle-Guinea says whether it's potholes, police funding, or homelessness, the reality is there isn't enough money to go around. So they're hoping these events will help prioritize what many view as the essentials to save.
So that we can understand what choices are the least bad to Portlanders. Certainly there are other cuts we could make. Certainly there have been conversations about fees and other ways to raise revenue. And those are all hard conversations that are before us still at this point.
Packed into the Moriarty Auditorium and 2 extra classrooms. Those that showed up hope their passion will turn to action in keeping these communities together.
Nothing has been decided, and hearing from community will affect the votes of many of my colleagues on council and myself.
As you take these things away, what's the message for the young people that we don't care?
Back out here live, certainly a lot of tough decisions still to make. Mayor Keith Wilson was in attendance but unavailable for comment here tonight. He will have until May 5th to make his final budget reduction proposals, which City Council will then amend and vote on before they are implemented at some point in June. A lot will happen until then. We'll keep you posted. But for now, in North Portland, Dylan Scott, Fox 12 Oregon.